Well, Christmas, the big part of it, of the decorations, is that tree. And here today, Father David Ross, we're going to talk about the Christmas tree and how it's changed through the holidays and through the years. And
well, there's a bunch of trivia that I found.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff.
80% of the Christmas trees in the United States are artificial now. 80% of them. Back in, I think it was 1923, was the first Christmas tree for the country in the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. But you know, at that time, there were 2,500 colored lights on that tree. But did you realize that only 35% of Americans had electricity inside the house back in 1923?
That is funny.
That would make a big difference.
Yeah, it certainly would.
It'd make a big difference.
But I think that's terrible. My trees are real. We go to Kaleidoscope Farms.
We used to
always
do that. The first artificial Christmas trees on record, I guess, were in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, in the 1740s. The Moravians in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania would make this wooden pyramid. Then they would cut branches off the tree and stick them in that wooden pyramid.
Oh, isn't that wild?
But you know what's interesting? They still decorate the tree at Graceland, Elvis Presley's place. You know how he used to decorate his tree? He would take a ball of tinsel and throw it at the tree. He'd throw it, and wherever it landed, they would do that. So even to this day, they use Elvis Presley's tinsel. They take it off. They don't throw it against the tree anymore.
Oh, but they reuse it and stuff.
And Ukrainians, for example, they have this tradition of putting spider webs around their Christmas trees, because at one time it was thought that the spider webs, according to legend, the spider would come in a tree, create a web, and when the light hit it, it would sort of be like a golden web. It was really interesting.
Oh, that is cool. You were talking about artificial trees. I love the part in the article where it talked about, do you remember those silver aluminum trees?
Oh, yeah.
And they had the colored light, and it would light it up. Those were always fascinating to me.
They don't do those anymore.
No, they don't.
Because of, what was the name of that movie? Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
When Charlie Brown had that little tree there, we had that little tree that...
the Charlie Brown tree.
Well,
just
something like that.
Twig,
and Lucy got messed up then, you know, that whole thing, you know. Let me see, what was interesting, too?
Martha Stewart. She has 2 trees per room.
Well...
She's a little bit much.
Wait, I won't comment on that, okay? I won't comment on it. There was another little legend here. Oh, the biggest tree around in the country is at the Galleria in Dallas. It is 95 feet high, and it's got over 200,000 lights. 200,000 lights. You know how many Rockefeller Center's tree it has? It's only got 50,000 lights. Have you ever seen the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center?
Not in person, but I would like to sometime.
A couple years ago.
That seems like a ton of lights on that Rockefeller tree, and we've got so many more on that Dallas tree. That is so wild.
I've never seen the one in Dallas. But the one we have in downtown Lima, you saw that tree down in the roundabout.
Yep.
Downtown Lima. It's a nice
That's
little
like
thing.
a tradition.
But I'm a person who prefers the real trees. The real trees. We used to go out and cut them down. You said you cut yours down on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, the day after Thanksgiving, we did it at Kaleidoscope Farms.
Well, I prefer the real tree, but I keep it outside, and I put it on the deck or something like that. And then it's a live tree, and then in the spring we plant it. So that's why over the property at St. Rose's, even at St. Charles, you'll see all these live trees around there. They're beautiful things.
See, that's a really neat thing. That just keeps it going and going, and you can remember. Oh, remember that Christmas when we had that tree.
Of course, unfortunately, the one I had last year died because of the drought.
Oh,
so
the drought. That kind of was a thing too.
It brings us into the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, what else do they have here now? During the Second World War. Here's what Better Homes and Gardens said. They instructed their readers to take the lids off the coffee cans, cut them off, cut them into circular things, and hang them on the tree. We're talking about tough times then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. If that's the ornaments you had, all right, you know, at least there was something sparkling on the tree, right?
But I prefer these things. It's great for the spirit of Christmas, I think.
Right, yeah. Fun stuff about trees, and as we're all sitting around the tree, hey, do you have an angel or a star on the top of your tree?
Yes.
That was one of our poll questions. So anyway, yeah. So the joys of the Christmas tree at the holidays. Thanks very much, Father, for coming.
Thank you, Holly.